Well, it was all in 2 days' work for the director of amateur scouting of your Edmonton Oilers, Rick Pracey. Rick, 7 total picks, beginning with the pick you didn't own when this weekend started, a first-round selection. Why did you feel like your team needed to get in the first round and draft Sam O'Reilly?
Well, a big part of it was opportunity. We valued Sam extremely high, and we thought there was a probability to be late first round. So when an opportunity presented itself, in talking with Jax and the staff, it was time to make a move. It was aggressive, yet we think Sam's worth it.
Why is Sam worth it?
I think the intangibles, what he brings, we like his size, we like his drive, an extremely competitive kid. We think he's inside and hard skill. We like the way he plays diligently defensively. So on the right side of the puck, he wins faceoffs, he wins stick battles, he wins takeaways, and he has offensive upside. He can shoot the puck, well-rounded. He played he can play wing, he can play center. Grew up playing defense, so from well-rounded to versatile to compete, he's a very interesting guy.
Sam was mentioning to us yesterday after being drafted that as soon as he saw the Edmonton Oilers make a trade for the 32nd overall pick, the final pick in the first round, he had a feeling because of the meetings you guys had with him. What happened in that meeting that allowed him to get that feeling?
We were not necessarily stalking Sam O'Reilly, but I'd met Sam around the rinks. Met him in a junior B rink early in the year. Just said hello, introduced myself. He was a player that we were ready for this year. Based on I caught him playing junior B hockey the year before, actually watching other prospects play. And then throughout the year, run into him in the hallway. And then when it came, we waited till the end of the year, obviously London advancing, and then going into the finals of the Memorial Cup, it kind of pushed his interview back a bit. And then in the interview, it got right to serious time. We got to the point where we read him word for word game reports, and we went through our vision of him as a player, make sure we had a match, expressed our interest on a professional level, got his thoughts on what he thought of what we think of him, and it was a match, and we targeted him and went after it.
And with your first pick of day 2, of course, round 2, pick number 64, you opt to go with the Finnish netminder in Eemil Vinni.
Well, he was another prospect we were tracking quite heavily, and Matty Verman, our Finnish scout, lives about an hour and a half from where he played. We're talking northern Finland. I made the trek up. Jeff Solenko and I are our goaltending development consultant. We went all the way up. It's quite the drive. We got up there, spent time in the playoffs watching him, tracked him for a couple years as the late birth dates. We believe he has high-end athleticism. We like his read and react. We like his competitiveness, and we think he's got a chance to be a National League goaltender. So at that spot, we were a little bit got anxious. So that was the tightest one all day. So we were quite pleased to get him.
Another player that stands out is Wakely, of course, a 100-point scorer in the OHL. He won the Humanitarian of the Year award in 2023. What stands out to you about Wakely?
Dalyn scored 20 goals as a 17-year-old. He scored 30 goals as an 18-year-old, and you're looking back and in hindsight, multiple playoff runs, and North Bay had some quality teams, and kids in North Bay, they go through a process. They start a little deeper in the lineup, and they step it, and it was his chance to be a featured player. He took the #1 center role, and he provided offense at a 104-point level. He excelled in the playoffs, and he was another pure target. We had a great talk with Dalyn, and it's a humbling experience. We told him that. Basically there isn't, everybody has a different path. Sometimes a jagged resume is the best one.
All right, 7 total picks, 4 forwards, 2 defensemen, 1 goaltender. How would you initially assess, I know it's very early, the draft weekend for the Edmonton Oilers?
Well, there's a lot to play out, obviously, and you don't want to set expectations too high. From a process and sort of an execution standpoint, we had a plan, and we feel good about the players that we selected. Connor Clattenburg in the 5th round, that was a player who brings something different to our organization. he plays this game hard. He's thick, he's strong, he's competitive. He was a development event player. He got traded to Flint and just took off. He's an exciting player for us. Sundin was a player out of Sweden, an older player. He got a late call-up in other developmental events. He played a significant role in the Swedish Hockey League playoffs, the highest league in Sweden. 6'2", competitive. And then William Nickel is he's a player that's a little underrated. Played deeper in the lineup in London. We like his skating. We like his edges. We think there's untapped offensive potential. He's another player. London has an interesting development path. Yeah. You have to learn to play defense. You have to play multiple positions, and you have to earn your opportunities. So we think there's significant upside there. And then Bauer Berry, with our last pick, we're going on niche. We went after some size. We think there's a growth period there. We have a long runway. The plan is to spend another year in the USHL. Well, the plan of now is to spend another year in the USHL and then head to college. So those bigger defensemen take time, and we have that luxury.
Rick, partway through your final answer, the lights turned off, so that's my cue to let you go. Congratulations on your first draft with the Edmonton Oilers.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Very
you.
exciting.
Very exciting indeed.